Assalamu alaikum. I'm here with another Google Sheet formula, and in this video we will go through the filter formula of Google Sheet. Filter is one of the most powerful tool in Google Sheet, which is used to filter the data or columns based on certain conditions. If we see the syntax, it is simple, like we have to select the range and we have to give the condition, like we have to select range, then we have to give condition. Let's try to understand that using a data. Let me show you the data. I have data containing players name, matches, runs, average, strike rate, sixes, 50s and centuries, and it's an extensive list. So I want to answer a few questions using filter formula. Let's see what are the questions. Okay, now I have to filter the player name whose average T20 is above 40. So I'm using filter is equal to filter. Then I have to select the data. I want only name in the output. We can also add the other columns too, but for now I need only names. And then my condition is average is above 40. Average is above 40. Okay, average is above 40. So I have only 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 players are there whose average in T20 is above 40 runs. Okay, now moving to the second question. Players who play more than 50 games. Filter, go to data, select column B. I need only names for now, and who play more than 50 games. Okay, 50. So I have a long list. There are 35 players who play more than 50 games of T20. Next question is player whose strike rate is less than 120. Okay, 120 and have more than 20 games. Okay, this is much concern for Pakistanis, as we always asking the strike rates of Babar Azam and Rizwan. So let's see if our players have strike rate less than 120. Let's see. There we have two conditions. Filter, want the name of player, and then who play more than 20 games. Yes, 20 strike rate is less than 120, and who play more than 20 games or 30 games. Let me see. 20 games. Okay, greater than 20 games. So there is no player whose strike rate is less than 20 and have played more than 20 games. Let's increase the strike rate. I'm saying strike rate is less than 30. So we have a few players whose strike rates is less than 120 and have played more than 20 games. Okay, next question. I have two conditions. On the basis of that, I want to filter the names of player. The first condition is greater than 120. Strike rate is greater than 120. Want the player name whose strike is greater than 120 and who hit more than 100 sixes. Okay, this is the middle. So yeah, no Pakistani player in the list whose strike rate is greater than 120 and have hit more than 100 sixes. Okay, moving to the last question. Here we have centuries. Spelling is okay, centuries. Okay. Filter, we have three conditions: strike rate, greater than 20, hit more than 100 sixes and have at least one century. Okay, the first we want name, then strike rate is greater than 100. Let me see if okay, 120. Second condition is hit more than 100 sixes and have a century. At least one. Okay, at least is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, we have a number of players whose strike rate is greater than 120, have hit more than 100 sixes and have centuries, which include 3 players from India. No Pakistani is there. Okay, let's move to the other sheet. We have again the same question. Player whose strike rate is greater than 120, 20. Okay, why there is the game 20 and hit more than 106. Okay, we just filter names in the previous question. Now I want to filter the data whole. Okay, I want all the values in my output. Okay, filter, then what is the question? Greater than 20 strike rate. Strike rate is greater than 20, 120 and hit more than 100 sixes. Okay, so these are the players and their state which we have filtered.